What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Sanchez 405 coming at you. It's on the warpath, y'all. New to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted to the channel. And as always, like, comment, share this video out if you can. We're also on Facebook today, so shout out to my Facebook people as well. We have two very special guests on here today. You know both of these guys, so I don't think they need any introduction. Pedro. The man that I'm looking on the wrong side. I always hate that. I can't get the camera right. But Pedro over here for Pedro's his channel. And then we've got Nati from DMVSportsZone. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys coming on here so quickly and responding to me so quickly because we've got some big news. So how you guys doing before we get started?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Can't complain. Nati. So we thought this was going to happen. Nati, you and I actually talked about this yesterday on your channel with John, but the Washington football team finally made it official today that they parted ways per the request keyword of Alex Smith. They parted ways mutually with each other. Ron Vera releasing a statement through the team. So I asked you guys this initial thought. Pedro, what was your first thoughts when you this morning?
Like, saw that he got released, or like Ron's comments?
Oh, a little bit of both. Let's start when he got released and then Ron's comments, since that came afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, both weren't really that much of a surprise. I think released, we knew since last week that he was probably going to get, or really longer than that he was going to get released, and it makes sense for both sides. Alex gets to test the market a little bit early, like a week and a half before, free agency starts. So he might get a job before then. And then also we save $15 million in cap space. So I think it makes sense in both sides. And then, yeah, I think it was a little bit interesting that Alex, or at least Ron said that Alex, requested a trade, or not requested a trade, requested to be released. I think he was probably, he knew that he wasn't going to be in the plans. And then he's smart enough to know, like, they weren't going to bring him back at $24 million. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm positive that if they were bringing him back, if they were fine with bringing him back at 24 mil, he would have came back. But I think he knew the situation and he was just ready for a fresh start. And, he's never had the chance to reach free agency. So this is the first time, and he's going to be able to choose where he wants to go. So I think it's really, really good for both sides here.
Yeah, and I totally agree. It's good for both sides. And Nati, how about you? What were you thinking, brother?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last night on the stream, but Alex Smith, man, I mean, I think we were all expecting the release, right? The pending release for Alex Smith. And ultimately, the first wave of rumors happened early in the week, and we were just waiting for it to be official. But I mean, I even messaged you right after this, Corey, but like for Ron Rivera to explicitly mention that Alex Smith requested like the release, I think that for me personally, that kind of shocked me, because I thought, it was just a team decision. Alex Smith, wanted to stay on the Washington football team if he had the opportunity. But, as he showed with the GQ interview, he knew that it was over here in DC. So I thought it was more so, not really a mutual decision, but apparently it was, and we got to move on. I do think it's a little bit curious that instead of designating him as a June 1st, the post-June 1st release, we ultimately released him right away. So I believe we could have saved $5 additional million. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah. So I think I asked someone about this, and they said that so we would have saved something like 3 to 5 in that range, like you said, but then the money only becomes available after June 1st. So you wouldn't be able to pay your draft class. You wouldn't be able to pay some of the free agents. And I think you're also kind of doing him a solid as well.
Right. No, I agree totally with you guys. Because, like I said, it's not that. And I heard the same thing. I think when you were talking to Tyler, you all talked about that. Pedro was like, it pretty much that money isn't liquid and can't be used right away if it's after June 1st. Shout out to Gridiron Yuki, Split Zizzery, Dan Snyder, Don't force him to trade to sell the team, Dan. Well, I don't know how many fans you got on that. What typical Zach? What's up, Armand? How you doing? Randy
What happened to
Butler.
his Twitter account? Dan Snyder's Twitter account.
I don't know.
Did you guys see the bots today?
Yeah. Oh, for on Facebook with that article.
No, not on. So Snyder or someone hired hundreds of Twitter bots that if you look on JP Finley's Twitter, or if you look at like JP Finley, Michael Phillips, or PFT Compter, they tweeted something about it earlier. But like there's the same all women, all made their account in October of 2020, like the same date, all are following 20 people and all have like 200 followers, and all of them tweet out like, man, what a great culture change the Washington football team is doing. They're very diverse. It's actually pretty hilarious. Like, you guys can talk and I'll send it to you, Corey.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate that, Pedro. And I'm actually going to share a clip with you all. Hey, Anna, of something Nati and we kind of thought about this earlier. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Boom, boom, boom. Share.
That's wild.
Share the screen. Yeah, this will blow your mind when I thought about it. And this is kind of when I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with Alex Smith. So let's see here. Boom.
Thank you.
Let's
bring it up for the good people.
There we go here. I don't have any permission on this video, or I do. I'm using this for education. So here we go. This was a YouTube comment, and hopefully you all can hear this because I said to play the sound.
Some YouTube comments. Football team is the best name ever. Even if you are sober, you sound like a drunk when you scream football team. Well, it's better to sound like a drunk than a racist.
That's all I said. When I saw this, I went, that's good. That's all I need from me. This right here, the folks that are supporting Alex Smith would not support this comment, I believe. Like the people were like, Alex Smith needs to stay. And I was an Alex Smith guy. I don't support this comment by him. You know, but you're coming less than 6 months off of this issue with the team name and everything, something that's very volatile. This is a very volatile situation in the nation's capital and across the sports world. And you're going to make a joke like that, bro.
On your way out.
I can't. Yeah, you're on your way out. And this is a man who did not give a flying crap about whatever, because I think he knew his time was done here in Washington. Let me stop sharing this now. But I don't know. I got yours, Nati. Have you seen this yet, Pedro? Or
yeah, I didn't see it, but I heard on Kevin Sheehan's podcast. I heard him talking about it, and this is a little off topic, but I think like it's on the same like Clinton Yates. He the other week where he was like bashing like Jason Wright for whatever he said, like he did some. Yeah. It was a stupid comment, and then I was just in his DMs. I was like, Why are you bashing my man Jason Wright? And then he said, I had HTTR and hashtag Redskins in my Twitter profile because I never changed it. I never since I created it, I never changed it. And then he was like, what do you mean? And then he was like, oh wait, I don't talk to people that have racial slurs in their Twitter profile. And then he blocked me for that. I mean, that's how I feel about it right there.
Okay, so you're under the same school of thought as we are then. To heck with them. But what about you, Nati? Talk about like kind of what you and I had talked about last night with this.
Yeah, I think what you said at the beginning of your comments, man, it was just perfect when you said that the same people who support Alex Smith, the same people who hated Dwayne Haskins' guts even before everything that happened in December, right? The same people. You went on Facebook, posted this video, they would instantly change their minds about Alex Smith. So I think that tells you all you need to know. But yeah, like you said, if you really approach the people who are Alex Smith fanatics at this point, they're gonna be pissed off. And but yeah, I don't think we talked about this as well. Very much under discussed video. I know Pedro mentioned that was on Sheehan's podcast, but very under discussed on like Twitter and stuff, especially with like this news happening this week. But yeah, for him to not, through no fault of his own, but for him to not be, in action for this team for so long, then you become the starter. Then you sort of lead us the playoffs, right? Led by that great defense. And then for you to say that, like, in the offseason, right? Like, it's still a very touchy issue. It still is. Like, even after the name change, it really rubs a lot of fans the wrong way, either side of the fence you stand on. But it's not a smart statement to make, not a smart joke to make. Because he made light of it.
No.
Yeah, and you can, like, I'm totally fine with him feeling that way. Like, that's totally fine because that's his opinion. It's like you can't change his opinion, and that's totally fine. But he was still under contract, but like he was still under contract for the Washington football team, and you still have a bunch of fans. I don't really understand. Like, you don't need to make that joke. Like,
right. No, yeah, I mean, it's like anywhere. If you work somewhere, you might not agree with everything that they're doing. If you work at the local library and you don't agree with what they're doing on their card catalog and everything, and you're going to say, hey, well, this sucks. They have a right. They're like, whoa, you think this sucks? Okay. They're going to find ways to get rid of you.
How do you think Dan Snyder felt about it?
Oh God, who knows with him anymore? And we might have to get into that because, like you said, EB is feeling the wrath of it, and I did something I shouldn't have done. I listened to I listened to the Junkies for the first time in a while, and I feel dirty. I got to take a shower. After that, Chrissy Bennett says, "Hey man, how do you feel about Smith getting cut?" I think we just talked about that a little bit. Luis Guevara said, "What's up, John? John also, one question: who decided to release Alex Smith? He still had a year left on his contract. I'm mad." Ron Rivera did. Yeah, Ron Rivera decided
mutual.
Yeah, it was mutual. But I think Ron, if you go back and look in his press conferences, and when he mentioned about Kyle Allen, could have pretty much done the same thing. I think that this had Ron's stamp of approval because you got to think him and Dan Snyder were bosom buddies back in 2019. They were hanging out. So I think it has a little bit more to do with Ron than Alex. But every PR play, Washington has tried to do very good PR as of late, and Alex isn't really active on social media. Elizabeth is, but he's not. So that's what I'm thinking. More or less, this was more a Ron Rivera thing, although they said it was mutual. But if we look back on Alex Smith's time here in Washington, I don't know if you all agree with me on this one, but he was never fully embraced by the city until he was injured, until he had that injury.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely true, but also it was only he was only here for 9-10 weeks before he got hurt. So I don't think there was really enough time to be full. You know what I mean? Maybe if that wouldn't have happened, he's probably not, but it still could have happened. But I agree. After he got injured, everyone felt super bad for him, and rightfully so. And I think that's gonna I think when you look back on his time in Washington, the first thing you're gonna think about is his injury, not really his play, I would say.
Yeah. What about you, Nati?
Yeah. I kind of agree with Pedro, but I do want to say though, it's kind of telling that right after the trade happened, a couple years back, a lot more fans were mad about, Kendall Fuller going to the Chiefs than Alex Smith, or happy about Alex Smith coming to DC. I mean, I think that's kind of telling. I don't think anybody was jumping up. Yeah, me
that
too.
That was me, man.
And I don't think anybody was jumping up and down after acquiring Alex Smith in that trade. Him being an aging veteran, and KC wanting to get rid of him because they knew what they had in Mahomes right behind him. But yeah, man, in terms of him and his time in DC, how he's going to be remembered, I definitely agree with Pedro on that. I think the injury is going to be right there as the sticking point for a lot of fans. And ultimately, we got to give him credit for this. Even though the defense was a big reason why they won all those games, he was technically the most successful starting quarterback for the Washington football team, at least in like the last 20 years. So
yeah. Oh no. Well, you think about it. The last quarterback to have a winning record with Washington was Tony Banks when he was 8-6, and then Tony Banks, Alex Smith, and that's that's crazy to begin with. But I think we got, and my feelings about Alex Smith was I thought he should have started in the playoff game because I thought he gave you the best opportunity to win. So I will say this, and I'll leave it at that with him, is thank you, Alex, for this season, because if it's not for your 5-1 record, we might not be talking about playoffs. But that my lasting memory is him beating Pittsburgh with that bloody sock, looking like Kirk Schilling when he was playing with the Red Sox. So that's what I remember. But and I'll ask you first, Nati, what's going to be your lasting memory of Alex Smith?
Ooh, lasting memory of Alex Smith. If I'm going to be honest, brutally honest, that Eagles game where he just looked like a shell of himself, was not mobile whatsoever in the pocket. We ultimately, won that game, got us into the playoffs, but it was painful watching the offense just try to go down the field. But I mean, up there with that, the Steelers game, that was something special, man. That was a moment for a lot of fans out there. Up until that point, I don't know how many losses we racked up over the last couple of years. We thought Dwayne Haskins was the answer, and he wasn't, obviously. And that was a big moment right there. But I'll say, in terms of like the last impression that I got off of him, it was that Eagles game where he just did not look like the Alex Smith Bowl.
How about you, Pedro?
Yeah, I would probably agree with Corey. The Steelers game. I mean, how we came back, and at the time they were undefeated, 11-0, and regardless, they were still a good team. They're a playoff team, but we're the first team to, get them their first loss. And Alex played really well in that second half, and got us that win. And I mean, I guess same answer as you.
Yeah. Let me do a couple of shout outs. In mind, the Rams game, he looked at his wife in the face. Let me take that for a second, because that pissed me off, because I thought this was because the way the team handled that after a 20-point defeat, and it was like, oh, this glorious thing. It's where I got my Lifetime movie from. Pretty much, I'm like, this looks like a Lifetime movie, something that my mom would sit down and watch when she's off on some idle Tuesday. That's exactly what that was. It's like Titanium Hope, the Alex Smith story. So I wasn't really a big fan of that. Let's see. Luis said, Warpath, now that Alex is gone, who do you think can take over or sign a quarterback? I'm going to ask y'all that question here next. And I know y'all got time is of the essence with y'all. Mr. Cool said Kirk Cousins had a 9-7 record. We're talking about all-time record as a starting quarterback, Mr. Cool. Kirk Cousins had a losing record there. What's up, Redskin 007? Roger, Big Raj, what's up in the house? Roger, Zeke fan up in the hizzy as well. Appreciate you guys stopping in. And Randy's all here as well. So with that being said, and we talk about Alex Smith, and he's probably going to go somewhere. Where do y'all think he's going to go? And then I'll ask you, who do you think is going to come in and fill his spot?
I'll go first. The Alex Smith is the answer. I would say probably the Bears. I think he'll probably land with the Bears. If not the Bears, and the Jaguars. The Bears gives him a realistic shot of playing. The Jaguars doesn't really do that because, you pick someone first overall, even though he does have that collarbone injury, he's going to be starting week 1. And especially, with Trevor Lawrence, if you don't end up starting week 1, you're never starting again unless he gets hurt. with the Bears, who knows what their quarterback situation. They're going to bring back Mitch Trubisky. I think they have Nick Foles under contract. So he has a chance right there to start or at least to compete, which I think is what he wants, a chance to compete. And I think that third spot would be maybe the Patriots. Maybe they want to bring him in. If they, let's say they draft Mac Jones at 15, they sit Mac Jones behind Alex Smith for a year or so. And I think those three would possibly work out. And then who is going to be the quarterback here? I am going to say, I think it's between two people, but I'll say who I think it's going to be. So the two people I think it's going to come down to Marcus Mariota and Sam Darnold. I think it's going to be Marcus Mariota, and I hope it's Marcus Mariota because I'm not a huge fan of either, but I rather give up a 7th-round pick, or maybe it's a 5th-round pick, or maybe it's nothing for Marcus Mariota than give up a 2nd and a 3rd or 2nd and a 4th, which is what it's going to be for Sam Darnold, and I'm not really a big believer in him. So I think it's going to be Marcus Mariota.
What about you, Nati?
Yeah. We also mentioned this last night, but yeah, I completely agree with Pedro in the Bears being the best fit there. As someone who has lived in Chicago last couple of years for school, the Bears fans, man, they're craving for a quarterback. Alex Smith is not their long-term solution at the quarterback position, but if you have a defense, which they have, and you'll probably have a little bit of money to go after some other weapons on that offense, I think that's perfect for Alex and probably perfect for Chicago at this point, depending on obviously the options that are available to them. But I just don't think any big name quarterbacks are coming to them. Maybe Russell Wilson because he had them on his list, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of money. They already have a lot of money tied up on that defense, aging defense, but I just don't see that happening. And then in terms of us, agree with Pedro as well. I think Marcus Mariota is the guy that will end up being the week 1 starter for the Washington football team. I do think, though, if we're looking towards the draft, I think Mac Jones might actually be a legit possibility for Washington. I think he might be available at the 19 pick range, but I feel like maybe Washington would have to trade up a couple picks to get him, but I don't think it would be too many picks, especially when you're thinking about guys like, all the other quarterbacks right now in the draft and Justin Fields, Trey Lance, obviously Trevor Lawrence is not going to happen, but all those guys are probably going to have to trade up maybe 10 plus picks to get him. So yeah, those are probably the two guys that I will say are the leading contenders to be the week 1 starter.
Yeah. For me and y'all, I don't see how, if you have common sense, why you would. And I was actually listening to y'all's boy, John Keim, and he was on Bram Weinstein's show about an hour ago, and he was talking about this with not going to trade picks all of the year and say you're going to try to extend this cap. And I think he said that comes with like a $24 million price tag with him, most likely. Mariota barely reaches 20 million, even if they trade for him with the Raiders, or even if he's cut. I like Mariota as a realistic possibility. Y'all know who I really want. Y'all know exactly who I want. I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to get cussed out. Roger's in here, so I got to watch what I say because he's going to be like, Warpath, you need to stop. We're not spending that much money. It's $50 million, $14 million. Thanks, God. Thank you, Alex Smith. $14 million. You had me at $14 million. But that quarterback from one of those Texas teams that wears number 4 and has a star on there would look great in burgundy and gold. For Alex Smith, I think he'll probably go to Jacksonville or like you guys say, Chicago, reunite with Nagy. And but
Denver
I think
might be a good pick too.
See that leg though, Nati. That leg, titanium can get cold, so that's why I'm marking out Denver. Unless he's smoking that ganja, and that can keep him warm. And then in New England, I just don't think it's too cold up there. I think he's going to go. He lives in Hawaii most of the time. So I think, which is weird, but I think Florida would work for him. Shout out to Micro Mike. What's up, brother? And Mariota has a cannon. You could sign him, get Corey Davis. That's what Armand's saying. That would be a good pairing there. Christian says, I put my money on Darnold. Washington diehard fan says Cam. And Yuki says Mariota is a bum, but he's the last quarterback. And I'll say this. I keep on saying it. He's the last quarterback not named Tom Brady to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. And who was the starting quarterback that he beat? Alex Smith. And I think they spot him like what? They were down 21-0. Is that right?
And that was the game that Mariota threw the touchdown pass to himself.
Yeah. So I'm like, but he sucks. So he's trash. But it is what it. We should go get Gardner Minshew. Look at that. Come on, loser. That's loser mentality right there, bro. But the other news of the day, and Armand, thank you for the super chat. So I have to address it because he's forcing my hand in this one. Do you guys think Dan Snyder's investigation warrants a divest? That's good. Pedro, Nati, I'll start with you first. Do you think this changes anything with the ownership situation with Dan Snyder?
The investigation, more like his tenure, man. Like his entire tenure with Washington, I think warrants a divest. But if we're talking about the investigation itself, I mean, we haven't heard too much in terms of like the full story with all the allegations and all that. But from what it seems like, from what EB has been reporting, and speaking of EB, I don't think it has to be mutually exclusive and like one of the two are like lying on this issue. I just think the NFL hasn't received the report yet, but EB is reporting on like what would be the report, like once it gets submitted.
I don't think he's making it up.
Yeah, I don't think he's making it up. I don't even.
He heard it from somebody. He heard it, and that not to cut you off, but let's just think about this for a situation. The NFL is all about protecting the shield, right? They're all about protecting. It's all about the shield. Concussions. They did everything to hide and sweep concussions under the rug until it was brought to the fire. It's easy for us to say this is false, and John Keim even said it's how you ask NFL spokespeople. The person that they may have asked hadn't seen the report yet. And they also did make a good point too. John Keim did, and Bram said, shoot. Beth Wilkinson was supposed to do an investigation, not necessarily make recommendations. So that's another thing. But I'll let you go ahead. I'll let you finish, Nati. Since you're the one that's going to be the lawyer and everything, you can give us a little bit of insight into that.
No, I mean, you pretty much like finished up the comments there. I think it definitely warrants to divest at this point, and I don't know. It really comes down to the NFL owners. We know NBA owners, they have the guts to get rid of an owner, right? We've seen that with Donald Sterling, and just we've seen it in the past. But with the NFL, sure, we had the whole like Richardson situation, but that was less so the owners wanting him to be removed and more so just him and his situation and all the public pressure that came with it. So we'll see if the NFL has the guts to actually remove an owner and force his hand and stuff, but I don't think they do. And I think Dan Snyder will still remain the owner of the Washington football team. Although, I heard someone's name out there who I didn't even consider, but someone who would definitely bring a lot of entertainment value to our team, Jay-Z, as a potential owner. I mean, there are reports that he's in the running for, an NFL team, or he wants to bid for an NFL team. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I gotta go after these comments, but what I'll say is that I don't think he's gonna be forced to sell, but for the fans, like it gets me a little upset. There's fans that are saying like, no, like Snyder is not that bad. Like I'm seeing it in the like not in these comments, but in other comments, like I'd rather have Snyder than Bezos. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like we've had probably the worst owner in the NFL in the last 30 years, like in all of the NFL, pretty much.
In sports.
Even more than that. You could argue James Dolan. Yeah. But we've had how are you going to get worse than him? And then their argument is like Bezos doesn't really know anything about football. and it's going to be the same thing as Snyder. Well, how many of these owners know anything about football? They just let it, like, they just let the football people do the football things. And anyone at this point, I would love it over Snyder. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And also, like, if there's a recommendation, like, let's say this report is true, doesn't mean the NFL has to do it. It's a recommendation. Like, it's not like they're saying, like, we're demanding you to do this. So not only would Roger Goodell have to consider it, but the owners would also have to vote on it. So I still think it's a little bit of a pipe dream, but who knows? Who knows? And yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, appreciate you coming by. Pedro Schmith, y'all know where he's at. Check his channel out. I did tag it in the comment in the description, so check him out. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
See you
next time.
But it is interesting that these comments have been made by the junkies. I even tweeted, I think you may have saw on Twitter, I was like, this seems like clickbait. It seemed like clickbait. I don't know if EB or whatever, and they let's be honest with it. 106.7 The Fan is going, it has always had it out for the organization. From up to down, they've had it. From their morning drive to the afternoons with Grant and Danny, they have had it with them. It's so bad that they had to pull Brian Mitchell off of the Team 980 and put him and JP Finley on in the mid-afternoon. But it looks like a hit job. It does. I think there's some.
Am I frozen? Am I frozen, guys? Can you guys hear me?
All right, there we go. My bad. Shoot. That's what happens when you, thank God I have a hardwired internet on there. Sorry, anyway. So what was what was I saying?
You were talking about B Mitch and how it's so bad that
they had to take B Mitch off the Team 980, put him on 106.7 The Fan, and so it could, people think it could be a hit job. I think it has the makings of it. I think the junkies, they've proven time in and time out that they don't like this team. And I think EB is the only one who's really a Washington fan. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, it shows you how much I watch it. So AM Hunter, what's up, brother? How you doing? Let me catch up on these comments. what network is being, because Travis Thomas and that Reese guys are on 980. Yeah, Travis Thomas, friend of On the Warpath.
Mhm.
I can say that.
And 106.7 owns
Yeah.
980 now, right?
Intercom does.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing, cuz? Yeah, so I'm good. Yeah, 1067 the fan hijacking my broadcast. That's true. But yeah, man, but I don't know. And then is this not the most Washington thing to have this news come out, Dan Snyder first, and then the Alex Smith stuff?
Yeah, it is the most Washington thing you can think of. Yeah, definitely the most Washington thing too, as well, that it came out on a Friday, going into the weekend, trying to sweep it under the rug. That's usually what this team does. I believe even the name change thing that came on the Friday before.
Yeah.
July 4th, I believe. So even something as big as that, they try to sweep that on the rug. But
oh yeah,
to respond to your comments about 1067 and the hit job, I mean, I could definitely see it. They've always had it out for the organization, like you said. I mean, B Mitch being on 1067 has definitely made me at least a little bit interested in the station, just because they have him on now. But I mean, even then, man, how do you have a sports talk? I've always wondered this. How do you have a sports talk radio morning show, and 3 out of the 4 people on the show aren't even fans of the team in the area? I really
God. Yeah, hey man, if you look, who needs enemies when you got family like that though?
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank God he's in Facebook jail. No, but go ahead, bro.
No, I'm pretty much done. Yeah. I think that profile picture sealed the deal. I think that's
Lord, have mercy.
I'm gonna end my comments with that.
Yeah, Big Simple. What's up, brother? We lit.
Yeah, we did.
Houston Burnside said B. Talking about B Mitch here, and Armand. What's up there? Who else have I met? Have I missed anybody? Nope. I'm good here. Even with the Wi-Fi. Even with the Wi-Fi. This is what people tell me. You need to go hardwire on your internet, which I do now. I have the cable so I can show it. But yeah, I think that going back to talking about Alex Smith, and I think either you or Pedro brought this up. This is going to be the first thing. He's 36. He's been in the league for 15 years, and he is going to be a free agent for the first time. How does he even navigate that?
I don't know, man. I don't know if there are going to be any suitors for him, to be honest. That's why I threw the Bears and the Broncos out there, because I think they're probably be the most ideal fits for him, especially the Bears, because they're sort of very much in a win now mode. And I mean, I guess he's the kind of quarterback that will help you. I don't know, man. He has no mobility. It's pretty much a statue in the pocket. I know you talk about it. Everybody talks about it. That's why one of the lasting impressions I'm going to have of him is that Eagles game, right? His last game where he had no mobility, man.
Nope.
You could not throw off his back foot. It was really, really bad. And yeah, so if not the Bears, the Broncos, man, I think it's going to be a Cam Newton type of situation where I don't know who's going to sign him. I really don't. But it should be interesting. I always thought that Alex Smith was going to retire after this year, but apparently not. And we shall see where he ends up.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Chicago makes sense for him. I think where Urban Meyer's now in the NFL, Jacksonville, so he can go and tutor
Does he want to do
Trevor
that again?
Lawrence. Yeah. I mean, maybe Heineke's been left in great hands because he was able to be mentored by Alex Smith for a month. So, but and you and I talked about this too on your show. We cannot deny the leader that Alex Smith is. I take that leadership to the bank his grit, his determination, whatever you want to call it. I'll take that to the bank any day. But he's a liability at the end of the day. We saw against Philadelphia that he was not capable of staying in that pocket. Your all-pro guard was giving him time, and he was still going down. He could not get that ball out of his hand against Philadelphia's depleted defensive line.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. Definitely had the skin tangibles, right? Of an NFL quarterback.
Oh God!
Would an NFL quarterback.
Would it be footballtology? Football or team tangibles? I guess this time now without Larry.
Team tangibles. Yeah.
Larry Michael.
No S, Larry Mike. Yep.
Yeah. Well, everything was tangible to Larry Michael. So. Hey! Who said that? Who said that? Not me. Yeah. Hey, Nati, I know you gotta go, brother, and appreciate you coming on here short. Y'all, DMV Nati, check out my brother there, and give him some love. Just hit over 500 subscribers, so he's on his way. And then also, it's been a few weeks. John Keim was on there with him, had a great conversation. Y'all go check that out, and follow him on Twitter at DMVSportsZone. He covers everything. They cover everything. So check him out. Future lawyer, future attorney general of the United States of America. One day he's gonna work in somebody's cabinet. So
we'll see. I appreciate that. A lot of good people out there. But Corey, appreciate your support as always, bro. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe to this channel, to this video if you haven't already. But yeah, peace out.
Thank you, brother. All right, that's Nati, DMV Sports Zone. Thanks to him, Pedro, for coming on. And what I'm going to do now, y'all, I'm going to open it up for a little bit, probably for about a half an hour or so, to y'all's comments and everything. Only thing I ask, I'm on Facebook too, so keep it clean. But y'all want to come on and talk about Alex Smith, I'll ask you the same questions I've asked everybody else today, that I've asked Nati, and I've asked Pedro earlier. So y'all go and check it out here. Let's see here. I will pin it. Oh, shout out to Austin the Sports too. Austin's, I'm sorry I missed you there. And I'll take y'all one at a time on here. And Greg Lightbody says, do you think we signed Sheriff? To this point, Greg, I really don't care about, and I know I sound crazy. I might sound a little coarse when I say that, but at the end of the day, I'm not paying a guy who's claiming to be all pro, who's an all pro, not claiming he is an all pro talent, for 11 games. That's a month and some change in the NFL. You know how many streaks are started on a month? If you have them during your playoff push, or you have them where it's like, oh, well, we could have won this game and he's not there. I get it. I get it. People want to re-sign him, but I'm to this point now, and I was one of those people. I'm like, I really can't. I really can't do it anymore. What's up, Chris? How you doing, brother? And I also answer y'all's question via the chat too. Brother, Dwayne, I said I'm going to be going off in 20 minutes. Can't wait till free agency. What's up, Jay? I didn't know if Derek Hawkins up in the house, the big man. What's up, Derek? How y'all doing? So I go while I'm waiting, maybe for some folks to come on here. I will tell y'all, we hit officially, the channel was started 5 years ago on Wednesday. So it hit 5 years there. I remember when I just had one subscriber. We're almost at 1,500 now. So I appreciate you for doing this and joining in on this fun and this excitement that we call On the Warpath. I do have some things coming up here. I am going to get to start doing the channel memberships. I'll start offering that out here pretty soon. Hopefully I'll have that all set up. I just want to offer y'all something that you can be proud of, and I not just feel like you're giving, I'm not saying you're giving your money away, but feel like you are purchasing something that's worth your while. Also, and I've got some t-shirts in the work. I'm doing the same energy t-shirt. I'll be doing a Outlast the Bastards t-shirt as well, and a regular t-shirt with the On the Warpath logo on it. And I'll be doing that via Teesprings, and you can get those in multiple colors as well. So I appreciate that. Shout out to my partner in life, Anna, who supports me in this endeavor, because it's not she has been here a long way. She's been here since the jump. I always made the joke with her. I actually started this channel 2 months after we started dating, and she's been there with me the whole step of the way, through the ups, through the downs. And I love you for that, sweetie. I really do. I appreciate you for being there for me. Brother says 10 minutes. Now he's on here. So that's good. Oh, he's in his car. All right, then. Y'all, we bring on Dwayne. I will not refer to him as his name on here. What's up, family? How you doing, bro?
Hey, man. Ain't nothing. I'm
good.
Here. I decided to wait since you're about to get off. I'm sitting in the Sheets parking lot talking to everybody. Hey, man.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Let him use you. Let him use you.
Exactly. That's all it is. That's all it is. So I just had to come speak the word for time to go.
Yeah.
Amen.
Then we'll get amen. We'll get to it real quick then, fam. What's your first thoughts on Alex Smith and everything in this situation? I don't know if you saw the clip I played earlier with the GQ interview. Jay, I'll get to you here in a moment, brother. I'll ask you the same questions as well. So just tell me what you thought there.
At the end of the day, I think the writing was on the wall. Come that playoff game that Alex Smith wasn't coming back here.
Right.
I was a big advocate for Alex Smith.
You were.
I was. I truly believed he gave us the best chance to win. There's games that I saw that, I was like, I thought when I had saw him versus the 49ers, I kind of felt that was close to the end for him. At that point, the comments that he made in the GQ interview was the comments that say, to get me the heck up out of here.
Right.
That's what that said. That said, get me the heck up out of here. I don't want to be here. And the fact that Ron actually came out and said that, Alex asked for this. That was surprising to me, because I thought, that was just something that Washington was going to do. But I think Washington honestly probably would have waited if Alex didn't ask. But hey, it's a good thing. It's good for both parties. We save a lot of money. That opens up more room for free agency.
$14 million.
Yeah, that's
you can give back. It's $14 million you can give Dak. It's $14 million you can give Dak away. Yes. Lord, they're gonna catch me down in the field. That's really as close if that happens by the grace of God, man. But who do you think? Are you still on the Sam Darnold train?
Look, man, I'll tell you like this: if you can get Sam for a third, I'll take him. You tell me you can get Sam for a third, I'll take him. You giving me Marcus Mariota for a fifth, I'll take him.
Okay, I can do that, Marcus Mariota.
If you're looking at the grand scheme of things, I really think Washington, unless they're able to get a Trey Lance in the draft or somebody like that, I think Washington he could. If he makes it past San Francisco, he absolutely can. But I think Washington is more so probably dead set on Heineke, and we just don't know it, or we know it. And I'm just saying, it looks that way. I hope they can find another option. I would love to see them bring in another quarterback like Amond. I heard JP Finley earlier mention Trask. I'm not a huge Trask fan myself, but but I think Heineke is going to have a legit shot to take the starting job next year. You know my free agency plan. I would go I would go grab 2 receivers. You could put Samuels in the slot. You got A-Rob, Terry McLaurin. I know you're on the train to go get Jonnu Smith, but it doesn't. I can rock with Logan Thomas for another year. I'm good with that.
I think that can, and the reason why I said Jonnu Smith is, I think that gives you an added option, and it still takes that. It takes that away from the wide, putting the pressure. Because if you get a young quarterback like or a guy who's inexperienced, he's going to need to lean on tight ends more than he'll need to lean on the wide receivers. That's why I'm saying that. I saw Davis Mills. I'm not impressed by him. I know Roger's talking about him from Stanford, but I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of him. Hey, I appreciate you coming on here with me, though. I'll let you go back on. Man. All right, I'm gonna get. I got 2 more people on here. I'm trying to do this different, so I can get more intimate conversation.
You are good, bro. Good talking to y'all.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
All right. I got my guy. I got Jay on here, and I got Amir as well. So, Amir, I see you down there, brother. Let me get to Jay real quick, and then I'll get to you, okay? All right. Appreciate it. Jay, what's up, man? How you doing?
Feeling good here.
Feeling good. Feeling good in the neighborhood, man. I appreciate you hanging on there for me. So I'll ask you the 2 quick questions here. What'd you think about when Alex Smith got cut today?
Yeah, Alex Smith getting cut. Yeah, it was a foregone conclusion at best. Every person in Washington, like football history, knew that Alex Smith would be out. And to hear that he actually wanted his release, like it took me back for a little bit. I thought they would try to make that type of thing where he would retire under his own power, but hearing that he wanted his release is not the news I'd actually hear at all.
Right. Yeah. So with that too, who do you think is going to come in here and be the next? Who's going to be the quarterback? Do you think it's going to stay between Heineke and Allen, or do you see somebody else coming in here?
Yeah, I mean Heineke, I could totally see that happen if Ron were to go that one route of making Heineke the starter, going like into the draft, getting someone like Kellen Mond or Trey Lance to have like that develop and have them actually be the next guy to take that place of Heineke. But if it was a free agency move, man, if Dallas can't resign Dak, and if Dallas can't get that franchise, if Texas would be absolutely happy to roll that man on out and roll him right into Washington. I mean, March 9th. March 9th is just days away. Yep. What do you do till
they don't franchise him?
Yeah. Do you franchise him? Do you wait until that 1 second of hey, we got until 4:00. It's March 9th. What do we do? Forget it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Shoot, it's wild.
I mean, that football team. It sounds right. I could see that burgundy and gold number 4 right now. But I'm just wishful thinking. But if it was me, Marcus Mariota, maybe for a third. Sam Darnold, maybe for a third as well. But yeah,
I don't know about Sam Darnold. But yeah, man.
If he doesn't see in the in the closet of Dan Snyder, if he's even still, then
you wild, man. You wild.
Maybe.
They never know, man. Hey, I
don't walk near his office and be like, but in there.
Yep.
You just see like a skeleton head roll out. I'm like, oh God, what did I just do?
Right.
Where did I just? Oh man, damn it.
That's wild. Hey Jay, I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you, brother, coming on here chit chatting with me. I got another person. I got another person there. I got Amir down here. But hey, Appreciate you. I appreciate your support over the years too, man. Thanks so much.
Yep, as always, man.
All right, brother.
Whenever you need it.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'll be talking to you later, though. Okay.
All right. Talk to you later, man.
All right. Talk to you later, pal. Y'all check out Jay Martell. That's my boy. And then he's retired from there. He's retired from me, and I won't accept his letter of resignation. Yeah, Big Simple, I see you down there, brother. I'll get to you here in a moment. But I'm trying this new style out where I get I get people where we can actually focus on talking about it, because sometimes you get those big conversations. It's like I think people's points get missing. So I want everybody to have that time, and I'm taking everybody. I know I said I'd be on here till 6:30, but I'm taking everybody up here. Let me get to a couple questions, then I'll get to you because I'm gonna ask you 3 questions.
All right, brother.
2 Alex Smiths. Well, 4. 1, how you doing? 2 Alex Smiths and a Dan Snyder. So let's see here. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you liking that. But I don't want Jones. Jerry don't want Russell. Yes, he does. Who wouldn't want Russell? Heineke's best option. I think he's Colt McCoy 2.0, to be honest with you, Randy. So I mean, his numbers, if you look at them, they're very similar to what Colt McCoy did down there in Texas. So, I don't know. Roger said Davis Mills saw that. Can we trade Sheriff to the Chargers for their first and trade Turner? I don't know how that work where it'd have to be a tagging sign there, Greg. But yeah, what's up, Jessica? How you doing? Cowboys fan, appreciate you coming by. All right. And I think that's all the comments for right now. Only QBs were here. Watson or Russ, last resort Cam. No, last resort Dak. So how you been, buddy?
I'm all right, brother. How you been?
I can't complain. Busy as all get out.
So I got the name for your segment here.
It's that
trying to be all intimate. It's Central with Sanchez.
Oh no, God, no. We did that.
Yeah,
we did that in college one time, and I was like, no, they did that for the newspaper. And then we called it Simply Sanchez, and I was like, no, but it is what it is, right? So
Simply Sanchez, was it lit?
It was before lit was really popular, though. You know what I mean? So I'll get right to it with you. I won't take up too much of your time. But Alex Smith, wow, really? You're gonna black out on me right there, right?
Do you see me?
Yeah. I don't see you now. You screen. There we go. There you go. You paying $50 million a year? That's cap path. Hey man, a man can believe. I like to say I keep my hope alive. I'm like Jesse Jackson and that nappy afro. I'm keeping hope alive. So your first thoughts on Alex Smith getting released, GQ interview. What were your thoughts on that? And I don't know if you saw that video clip I had put up earlier.
I was listening to it in the car. Yeah. Alex Smith being released, it was to be coming. We kind of felt it was going to be a cap casualty anyways. I mean, $14.5 million is a lot of money to save. I mean, that's 2 players in free agency right there.
It's $14 million.
It is. It's a lot of money.
It is. It's a whole lot of cheddar.
I mean, I would love 10% of that. You know, I'm just saying. But
I'll take 5%.
Right. But Alex Smith, I thank him for his time. I thank him for the memories. I wish him the best of luck, and we're moving on.
Yeah. What's your lasting memory for Alex Smith?
Probably when you and I broke the news about him coming. We went live that night. And
damn, I had that gray hair. Like I remember I had that can spray in my gray car. I went to work as Fred Sanford that day, so I was already pissed off because I had that in there.
I thought it was because that was when you were going through your masters.
No. Well, that had a little bit to do with it, but daggone, yeah, I remember that was fun, and we were just like, why? I'll never forget because you were like, no, we didn't trade Kendall Fuller. We didn't trade him. So and then we were like,
because we were following Twitter at the same time.
He's like, not get traded. We're good. Right. Yeah. So that was crazy just to think about that. Big Simple, Derek, I see y'all down there. I'm gonna get to y'all here individually in a moment. What else did I want to ask you before I go? Who's the next quarterback for you? Who do you see as a quarterback?
I'm with you on Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on Mariota if that's the route we go.
Yeah.
We got something planned this weekend
Mm-hmm.
that we'll shed a little bit more light on that.
Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to record on Sunday. I gotta get you a time. It'll probably be in the afternoon sometime if you can do that. Can you do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, awesome. And
You
then,
as far as Dan Snyder goes,
yeah,
Jeff Bezos, we're gonna be the Washington Primes. I gotta go. I gotta get this call.
Well, that's Prime. I appreciate you, Amir. Thank you, brother. Answer none of them. All right, okay, man. King, big self. All right, keep.
Oh, you
How
good?
You feel?
You good, man? I'm good, man. Laid back.
Good.
You
laid back, chilling in the Cadillac, huh?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's right.
Take
so, man,
day by day.
Yeah, what'd you think about Alex Smith and getting cut today?
Alex Smith, I say, he did his time here, man. Overall, he showed us who he really is. He's a warrior, man. So overall, he really played well this season. Not numbers wise, but he really showed a lot of guts on that field, and he gave all those young guys a little lift. On the defensive side, I seen that. Offensive side too. So that was big time. That was big time overall. And when you release them, you get like 14,
right?
14.9 mil. I love that. I love that part. But
yeah,
but I'm going. I'm going to miss him. But overall, he just gotta. I guess he just gotta find another place to find what he need to go to, another team.
Right.
And then I say, maybe we should get like a whole new, what is that? And then they was talking about the new the new name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Red Wolves all day.
Okay, you gonna howl to the Red Wolves. Okay,
Red Wolves all day. That's me. So I would definitely take that.
I hear you, brother. So who's gonna be your quarterback? Who's gonna be the quarterback come week 1?
It's tough to say.
Who do you want then? Who do you want as quarterback?
if Dak Prescott don't get signed, maybe if he don't get signed on franchise tag, maybe him. But if that don't happen or anything, nothing big time happen, I see Heineke actually starting, week 1, and we probably draft a rookie probably in the draft and let him sit. Whoever the quarterback is in the draft that we draft, I feel like he gonna sit down and read the playbook and all these other things. Even though we have a hard time developing quarterbacks in Washington, but I would definitely look at that scenario.
Yeah. No doubt about that, man. Yeah, like I said, I like Mariota because of the price tag. I'm not going to trade. I don't really want to trade for him. It's if the Raiders release him. Give him 15 million if you want to. Yeah, that's fine. Keep him under 20. I can live with that, or draft somebody. But I think Mariota, he's proven that he can. He could be a next Tannehill for all we know. I just need to see more out of Taylor Heineke. He's has a history of having durability issues and everything. So
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about Heineke. Can he hold up for 17 weeks?
Right.
That's going to be the whole key of that whole season.
Yeah.
So,
yep. No, I no doubt about it, brother. Hey, Big Simple. I appreciate you coming by and stopping by and chatting with me.
No doubt, right, Little?
Yeah, that's right, Little Simple. Appreciate you and Little Simple coming on here. I got Hawk and I got Awesomeness coming up here too, brother. So I appreciate you, dog. And you say, hey, how you do it? How you do it? What is it?
Make sure you join the crew. It's
you. Yeah.
Big number 422. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Warpath 2.
Yes.
That's right.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you so much, Big Simple. Y'all go Big Simple 422 if you haven't already. I know you have, because if you haven't, there's something wrong with you. I love you, brother. Thank you.
No doubt. You're welcome.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
Let's see here. And then Big Hawk, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Corey? Hey, look, on the Warpath. Hey, look at here, man. Look, I wanted to go ahead and come in here and just, give you your flowers, man. You know what?
Appreciate you.
Dude, when I tell you, man, you're one of my favorite personalities. You know what I mean? As far as sports media coverage, man, one of my favorites. Bro, and truth be told, man, I've been watching all the interviews, and I'm just like, look, he ain't working, but he working. And I'm just like, you know what, as much as I love sports, man, you know what, you're doing things that, you know what, man, that you know what, dude, I truly admire your work ethic, man. I just want to tell you, man, keep it up, man. Keep strong, keep long, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
May God continue to bless you, man.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate
no problem.
It's people, man, it's people like you that make this fun, that keep me grounded.
I feel the same way about you, man.
Hey, man, you keep me grounded, y'all keep me humble. You keep me chat. You're like, oh, they'd be like, whoa, hold on, Warpath, hold on. So I appreciate it. But I got you on here. And like I said, I'm doing this a new way because I want to talk to the people, and I want to get one-on-one, because sometimes when we got a lot of people in here, I think people's comments get lost in translation. So I'm gonna ask you, what'd you think about Alex Smith getting cut here today, brother?
You know what? Glad you asked. Glad you started off with that question. I want to say Alex Smith, man. You know what, Mr. Smith, because he's older than me, I'm gonna go ahead and respect my elders. You know what? I appreciate your service. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, give me one moment. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Look at it, man. I'm over here trying to order food, but nah, man.
Look at
you. Not to stay on topic, but look, Mr. Alex Smith. Thank you so much for your service. You know what? His play salvaged our season. Thank you. Without Alex Smith, dude, we don't have. The Washington football team. You know what I'm saying? This inaugural season of the Washington football team, we would not have had a division championship. So thank you so much, Alex Smith, man. Thank you so much for your service. I got to give credit to B9. B-Nils will say, you know what, Ron Rivera, Coach Rivera is trying to save Alex Smith from himself. And truth be told, you know what, at some point we were going to have to elevate from Alex Smith anyway at the QB position. He's getting up there. He's close to 40 years old. Alex, thank you so much. But you know what though, eventually the team, the writing was on the wall. So. But to answer your question, thank you so much, Alex Smith. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
We gotta keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Who's your who you want is see under center next year? Is it Heineke, or do you want to go out there? Who do you think's gonna be, and who do you want? I'll ask you that, and I'll let you go with that. Then
I'll tell you this. So
go ahead.
You know what? To be a fly on the wall. Matter of fact, no, not even a fly on the wall. To be in marketing, because if Taylor Heineke was this team starter, Dude, when I tell you I will be pitching so many beer specials to Dan Snyder that he would have no choice but but to approve, okay? Because the relationship between Taylor Heineke and Heineken beers, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, every game. You know what I mean? I'm pitching for God forbid, I'm pitching for some drunk driving accidents because you know what I'm saying? Look, the revenue just went up that much more, okay? You're saying, but God forbid nobody has any accidents. But to answer your point, this is the part where I got to get on you because
Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
I know. I know. Here it comes. See, that's what I'm saying. Keep me humble. Come on, bring it to me.
Look, Mariota ain't my cup of tea. I've seen Mariota in Tennessee. Derrick Henry has seen. You know what I mean? Marcus Mariota in Tennessee.
See, Randy.
Look. Aside from King Henry, he had what? A tight end, Delaney Walker. He's had a few receivers come in there.
Logan Thomas.
I'm just like, you know what? For our team,
Terry McLaurin.
If you don't sign him as a free agent, then I'm not trading for him. And if I do trade for him, it's going to be for a 6th round pick.
Yeah, see, now, Derek, look, as much as you give me grief for that, I agree 110% with that. I don't think I've clarified how there's only one quarterback I would spend stupid money on. I've already said that. Y'all know who that is.
Right.
But I'm not trading for Marcus Mariota. I'm not trading like a 3rd or 4th or something for. I'll trade a 6th. Or I'll wait for him to get cut, bring him in here maybe on $1 million, $13-15 million contract for 1 year.
Yes. I agree.
So I think that's pretty good. I think that'll be a great deal. But we'll see, brother. We'll see what it is. But
we'll see.
I'll let you go. I appreciate you coming on here. I got one more person behind you. So I appreciate you
on the warpath, man.
Supporting it.
Always stay on the warpath, man. Subscribe, y'all.
Appreciate you, brother. Much love.
Peace.
Much love to you, Derek. All right. And I got awesomeness on here. If y'all want to come on, talk to me. Like I said, I want to have a conversation with you all. And this is how, if you like it, let me know in the comments. I'll get to all y'all's comments here at the end too. If you like this, let me know in the comments. Some people have. If you don't, let me know. I can find a way to retool it. Let's see here. But we got awesomeness on here next. And what's up, awesomeness? How you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing well. So what I'll go with you. I'll ask you the same couple of questions that I've asked everybody else. So when Alex Smith was cut today, what did you think, and how was you feeling?
Well, I was thinking that I kind of knew this was coming because of the way that how Alex Smith was injured in his leg, and so I know he's older too, so that I was expected to from Ron Rivera. He said he doesn't want veterans like that. He wants young people to be in there. And how did I feel about that? Well, I felt, sad because, he really did it well. And, getting us to the, NFC East and getting us to the playoffs. And so, Alex Smith, I appreciate you for doing that for us. You're a really good QB, man. I know you kind of moved from the 49ers to the Chiefs and then now to us. And I'm glad that you got us in the East. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. And so as far as Alex Smith goes and who's going to take his spot, who do you think is going to be the next quarterback in here?
Honestly, all I know is if Tyler Heineke can do well too, hey, I would not mind. I would love to have Tyler Heineke, but yeah, really Tyler Heineke because I feel like he knows a lot. As long as he doesn't pull a Dwayne Haskins.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be tragic, but I don't think he's going to be that way. You know, this kid was working on his masters, came back in, he played real hard. And I might not be sold on Taylor Heineke, but if we're rolling with him at the end of at the beginning of the season, that's my quarterback. That's all it is to it. And I want him to succeed because I want my team to succeed. So, you know, it is what it is. And I'll ask you, because we kind of ran through those questions really quickly. We'll go off topic a little bit. I see you got your Wizards jersey on. Who you got on your Wizards jersey? Who would? Oh, you're right. Westbrook, huh? Okay, all right. Then did you watch the game last night?
Oh yeah, that was an awesome game. Oh yeah, I almost died after the fourth quarter. Oh my God.
It was a good game. Don't forget the Capitals. They're coming up here tonight. They play Boston. So
I'm ready for the Capitals.
That's a big game too. But Awesomeness, I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate your support. And y'all go check out Awesomeness Sports because it's awesome. So y'all go and check her out on there. So, ma'am, I appreciate you being on here. You take care of yourself, okay? Come back anytime.
All right, thank you. You too.
All right.
Subscribe to on the Warpath.
Hey, appreciate you.
Yes, he's awesome.
Hey, that's right. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, you have a good evening, Awesomeness.
All right, you too.
All right,
peace.
Bye-bye. So yeah, I appreciate that, y'all. I love this. I do. I love this because I get to talk to y'all one-on-one. Like I said, I love the panel. I love panel discussions. But this, I think we get a better conversation. We get more opportunity for questions. And I'll be honest with you. I got this from my guy who was on here last Saturday or Friday. I interviewed Friday. Travis Thomas. He opens his show up to the people. And I've talked to him about we've kind of talked about it. Big King is coming up in here now. What's up, King? How you doing, brother?
What's good, man?
What's good?
Pleasure, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming on
pleasure,
here,
man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
so
man.
what's on your mind?
Congrats on everything.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, thank you.
Really, I'm listening to you, man. I've been listening to you. No doubt, man. And congrats on that 5K, man. I mean, the 1500. That's what it is, right? That's what's up. Let's get to it, man. What's good? I'm here, man. King Scorch. Let's do it. What's good, man? Talk to me, Pat.
Come on, talk to me. What's on your mind, brother? What's on your mind? Tell me.
All right, man. Look. All right. Look. I know, man. Look. All right. So, Peg Leg Smith. Thank God he's gone. Facts, Slim. Peg Leg should have been gone. He shouldn't. First of all, he wasn't supposed to play last year. Okay, they didn't want to say that they made a mistake by even giving him the contract in the first place. Right. So now you can't justify holding on to him for 18, 19, 20, 20 whatever million he made last year, and he can't even play. So that's why you saw him in the first place. Let's get that straight. That's why you saw him playing, trying to play, struggling, because he got to earn that 19 million.
Yep.
Facts. Right. So that's why Ron had to let him try to play. The problem is Ron didn't want him to play, and obviously definitely didn't want him to die on the field under his watch. That would have been tragic. However, 19 million says Peg Leg got to play. All right. So now that he's gone, that's off the books. We don't have to worry about that whole issue no more. That's gone. Right. Cool. Yep. Heineke is Ron's whatever you call the key, the crystal ball. He's the little piece that Ron wants to keep tucked away. That's his secret. He can rely on Heineke because you just saw Heineke ball out in the playoffs.
Right.
So we know what Heineke has. That's Ron's plus. He's banking on that. My thing with Ron is he's about to mess up because he's not going all out on Deshaun. He's not going all out on Russ. He's not going all out on what's your boy that just up there in New York, the Jets. He's not going after him. Darnold, which is decent. I could deal with Darnold over Heineke and let them battle it out. However, like I said, you need Russ, you need Watson in here. That's what puts you over the top. You ain't got to worry about nobody in our division, Dak, whoever, nobody. Don't matter. Okay? So, at 19, this is what Ron's going to do. Ron can't go out and get a free agent quarterback. Obviously, Watson's not coming here. Russ is probably too high. Right. So my point is 19, you can't go get a quarterback that's not Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or your boy
Lance
from North Dakota. You can if it's not those three, then you're getting shaky on if they're even better or worth it to take out Heineke. Because remember, Heineke is nice. He's nice in the system. He just can't stay healthy. So once you fix Heineke's problems, there's your starter, but you can't fix it. So what do? You got to go bring in a vet. And the only vet left that's better than Heineke in this system is who? You know the answer.
Cam.
It ain't Dak.
It's Cam.
Exactly.
You say Cam,
and Cam, the problem with Cam is Cam had a bad season last year. Everybody's down on him, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. What you didn't realize, Cam had COVID. That's a Christmas joint to a A-list top, elite athlete. COVID, knock anybody down. Okay. Yeah, then he had surgery. Then he didn't get trained. He had no training, no OTAs, none of that. And he's in a new system. Nobody can do that. Nobody has done that. And the only reason Brady just did it is because the system was set up for Brady. Brady had to come in. He just walked in. All he had to do was learn his receivers. And they win the Super Bowl. So Cam will and has the opportunity to do the exact same thing. Come in with a system that he knows with players. All he has to do is learn them. And then what? You build that defense around him. Because let's keep it 100. The defense is what got North Carolina all those wins. It wasn't Cam. Cam was a piece of it. But without Kuechly and that D-line starring them and Norman for all intents and purposes, trash Norman, I call him, for all intents and purposes. So, I mean, my point is so that's why at 19, let me get off, you're not going to get a quarterback at 19. And you're not going to move up because we can't let go of that draft capital. So to wrap it up, what do? You go find one of these linebackers, hopefully, if they slide back, or you move up to maybe grab one of them. Because once again, we need day one starters. We don't need somebody here to come in and maybe start. No, you need a day one starter. And if you can't beat out Heineke, then you're not it. And none of these young rookies can beat out Heineke. I don't even think Justin Fields could beat him out in terms of knowing this system.
Right.
Athletically, sure. Yes. Okay. So, right. So my point is since you can't go get a quarterback, you get a piece. Either I would go get one of those tight ends, those killer tight ends, or one of those linebackers, somebody that is going to be a day one starter, because in the fallback of the draft, we got Cam there. And if you fail on Cam, then in my opinion, this front office has failed, because now you have not shored up the quarterback position, in which case I've heard you say a couple of times, we have a little window. Let's make it happen. But you can't do it with Heineke. I'm sorry. And if you're going to do it with Heineke, then you have to have an elite defense. And we don't have an elite defense, Pat.
Let me pump you back here a little bit. This quarterback situation right now, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Rex Grossman. It reminds me of Rex Grossman and John Beck.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
And that was tragic.
That was tragic. Yes.
Yeah. But the difference in this and Heineke defense. And Allen, that's one. And two, we've seen Heineke and Allen play. We know their level. Remember, we never saw we never saw Rex and them play and lead a team and carry a team and win big games. I mean, on the consistent. They would come in spot duty. I think Collins won a couple of games that year, and then they went 0-7 the rest of the year, some trash like that. That was luck. You see what I'm saying?
Rex
this year, you know how you can ball. Yeah, this year, and real quick on the defense.
Go ahead.
There's 6 people on this team that you keep under every circumstance. Allen, Payne, Sweat, Young, Curl, McLaurin. Everybody else is bait. You hear what I'm telling you?
I hear what
Young, Sweat, Payne, Allen, Curl, McLaurin. That's who you protect. That's who you franchise and work around that sort of thing. So when I hear people talking about, oh, we can't keep Allen and Payne and Sweat. Yes, you can. What are you talking about? These dudes, 1A, are homegrown, right? So they're going to take a slight discount. They're not going to be looking for $100, $200 million deals when they know they're a piece away from winning a championship here. They'll be immortal when they win that championship. They're already immortal. They just won a division championship and they can walk anywhere they want and get anything. So my point is all they have to do is take a little less money to stay together. I think they'll do that. Sure, they're going to need to bag 80, 85 million, but you can pay both of them if you don't go out and do something stupid like you just said and give Mariota $20 million for 2-3 years to try to beat out. Come on, Pat. No. Pay Dak $50 million. Oh, come on, Pat. If you were talking about paying Dak that money, listen, Dak can come.
Hey, now with Dak, this is and I'll be honest, I'll be 100. Well, what we say, we'll be 1,000 with you on that. With Dak, my thing is with him is it comes out of an area of pettiness more than anything. I can live without us. Yeah, like I mean, you don't want to throw the middle finger up to Cowboy fans.
Oh, of course, but real talk, Pat, not at the expense of our cap.
Right. No, I got you. And I get that. And I understand that. And I understand the economics of it. I know it's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I feel like, hey, well, this is something we could really do.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Pat.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Pat. You're going to bring Dak here, and then he's going to do the exact same thing here. He's going to win the games he's supposed to win and lose the games we expect him to win. That's what Dak's going to do, and you're going to be blown because year after year it's going to happen, and we're going to make the playoffs, and we're going to lose in the second round. At $50 million a year, strapping our cap, which means we can't bring back Payne, we can't bring back Young, and we can't bring back Sweat, or theoretically no. And let me get on Cole Holcomb, please. How is Cole Holcomb our best linebacker? Please explain this path.
Because John Bostic can't cover. KPL can't.
Neither can Cole.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Our best linebacker Landon Collins. So, if you really want to be serious, Landon Collins is our best linebacker. So,
wow. Let's talk about Landon Collins. So, Landon Collins, they never should have brought Landon Collins in on that deal. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And the second thing is now they're mad because they realize he's not going to live up to that contract. So now what do? You're going to move him down to a linebacker spot closer to the box where he's going to get hurt? Yeah, that's smart. That's real smart. Pay a linebacker $15 million who's not Levante David? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No, you don't do. You trade Collins. You get him out of here. Now, he's not going to stay. He's not going to live up to that contract, and we need the cap space. Why? Because we're looking for a $100 million quarterback to pay. You feel me? And there's only like 3 or 4 of them. And if you don't have the money to hold them, to even entice them, that's why Deshaun don't want to come here. Keep it 100. We don't have a receiver that he wants. We probably don't even have the market that he wants to be in, to be honest.
Right.
So for Deshaun Watson to even come here, it's going to take real talk. It's going to take some big time receiver free agents to come here first. And that's not going to happen because would you come here? And that's another thing. Back to the free agent wide receivers. None of them are coming. Let's stop that right there. We will not sign any free agent wide receivers not named Curtis Samuels. And the only reason Curtis is coming is because Ron has told him, hey, man, come here. We'll get you 1,000, 1,200 yards of total offense. You'll get paid. And we might win a ship with real talk. But you're going to be the feature. You're going to be the feature receiver in our offense, not Terry. Which brings me to another thing, Pat. Please tell me, how is Terry McLaurin a number 1 receiver? Please. How is Terry McLaurin? I'm talking about based on our team, our wide receiver core. Yes, he's a number 1. But I'm saying outside of that, how is Terry McLaurin a number 1? And we're bringing in somebody who's supposed to be his number 2. keep hearing that on these streams and podcasts. I'm like, what? What is that?
Well, I mean, if you look at Terry McLaurin, what he's done, I think it's kind of hard. 900 yards his rookie. 900 yards his rookie year, right? With
how many touchdowns? Three?
Let's see. Hold on. No, it was more than that. It was more than that. I think it was like 7. Probably
7. Okay, 7 touchdowns with subpar quarterback play. Okay,
terrible.
No problem.
Come on now. Let's keep it honest now. Let's keep it honest.
You know what, Pat? I've been watching you for. I've been watching you for a year. I forgot to even bring up Dwayne Traskins. Oh my gosh, hold up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, can we do that real quick? So our front office failed Dwayne. Yes, I know Dwayne did mess up with the protocol. I know he was immature. I get all that. Let's talk about football first. Okay. Dwayne's mechanics were terrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. We understand this. It didn't work. But my point is this is my point with it. Mm-hmm. If coaching is supposed to coach up your rookies, we're only talking about quarterbacks because our front office has failed our coaching staff, who has failed Dwayne Haskins. Because let's look at it. If it's a football issue with Dwayne, then coaching is supposed to fix that.
Yeah.
Right? But if Ron is such the guy and the mentor and this and that, then he would have stayed with Dwayne, because obviously Dwayne can throw the ball. Let's not get that twisted. He can throw the ball. The reason he was inaccurate a lot is because his footwork was horrible.
Oh yeah.
So I understand that. My point is though, that's his second year, Pat.
Yeah.
You gave the boy 4 games this year and 7 mediocre games last year.
Right.
And you call that enough time with the COVID protocol, no training OTAs, Alex Smith training him, coaching him, mentoring him? What's that?
Let me
it always kills me.
Yeah. Let me back you
Come
up.
on, Pat.
Let me back you up
Come
here.
on.
Okay. So let's go back to Terry McLaurin real quick, and then I'll get into
number 1, yeah.
Yeah. So
I got
the reason why he's number 1, 16 yards of reception, 7 touchdowns rookie year. This year he had how many? He had 2 high ankle sprains and still was out there to play and got over 1,100 yards. The man's the number 1 target. I don't care. I disagree with you.
Number 1 on this defense. He's a number 1 on this offense. Yes.
He commands a double team. He commands a double team.
Because there's nobody else on our team, Path. There's nobody else. Who else would you double on our team, Path?
You're right. You know, but him, he would. I'm just saying. I think he'd be if he was on an elite team, he'd be a number 2.
Exactly. If we had an elite receiver, he would be a number 2. And to be honest, if we had 2 elite receivers, he would be the perfect slot receiver that we need.
And then
keep it 100.
Right? No, I'm keeping it 100. I'm just saying that you look at some of these elite wide receivers. It's like you don't really need an elite running back anymore to win a championship. You don't need that. You don't really need. Honestly, you don't need an elite wide receiver to win one. If we're really talking about
capable, though, Pat, you need capable. We don't have that.
Terry's not capable.
No, I said after Terry, we don't have capable. Okay, that's why he's getting double teamed.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You understand?
I get you now. And then as far as Dwayne goes, one thing that worked in his favor was Dwayne should not have been drafted at number 15 overall. He should not have been. He was he's a day 2 pick. I think Drew Lock, who's not very good. Hold on. Drew Lock it has shown more in his short time than Dwayne Haskins has. I'm not defending Drew Lock. I'm just saying that, and you can go back, you can talk to Jay Gruden, who didn't think, a lot of people in that room did not think that Dwayne should have went at that 15 pick. He should have went maybe day 2, second round. They thought they could get him in the second round. He was slow. He ran a 5. What did he run? A 5 at his 40? So he really was like a stone statue. And it can go back to mechanics. It'll go back to mechanics too. But at the end of the day, you had one guy, he didn't even want to be here. You know that.
After, Pat, He didn't want to be here after he realized, oh man, my mechanics are trash. Oh man, it's starting to show because remember those videos, Pat? No, real talk, Pat. Remember them summertime videos? Everybody was gassing him. Oh, look at him. You know what I was looking at? His footwork. In every single video, I kept looking at him like, okay, so yeah, you showing him throw the ball and Antonio Brown, and nobody's working on this. Nobody's working on this brother's footwork.
Yeah.
So, okay, what are you really working on? So I told my people, I said, if he goes into the training camp and all that or whatever, with the playbook like the back of his hand, like Heineke, then he'll be able to cover up that footwork problem. Well, no, he doesn't even know the freaking playbook because he can't read a defense cover 2. This clown. So, okay, fine. You can't read a defense and your footwork is trash. That's why you're gone. Oh, and then you want to have strippers come over to the house. Oh, man. Yeah. So my point is had they still tried to work with him? Huh? Right.
It was his girlfriend's birthday.
Right. I'm saying I'm going to turn up too. I would have turned her up too. But I'm saying my point is not on camera, Slim. You're supposed to be better than all the cameras should have been taken at the door. But y'all, I don't know. But yeah, man. Yeah. That right there is what really got me. I think it's an ineptitude of our front office and coaching staff, which have we seen for years. Like you just brought up Beck, the countless numbers of quarterbacks. None of them have ever been elite. Mm-hmm. None of them. And I call him Cut Cousins. So Cut Cousins and the franchise wonder that we went through, he completely worked the system. And think about why we were even in that situation, because they mismanaged RG. Think about it. We shouldn't even be talking about a quarterback. We should still have RG3. And you mean to tell me RG, based on what you've seen since?
Okay, how did they mismanage him? And I'm
okay.
Asking
So
this.
remember. Okay. Remember, RG came out. And they worked the system around him, right? Mm-hmm. Remember, they did the running. The RPOs was for him. Right. Okay, so now the system is built around him. What did he do? Rookie of the year.
Yeah. And Rookie of the year. I know, but then he goes into the office, him and his daddy go to Mike Shanahan and say, I want to be a pocket quarterback.
No. That's not what happened.
That is what happened.
No. After he broke his leg, Pass.
I know, but still. I get that. But even at the end of the day, he still could. And one, he was focused on this project comeback. They did that documentary with him on ESPN, right? And then, honestly, then him and his daddy go in there and like, dude, your asset is your speed. You've got a great arm.
No. His asset is his arm. It's his arm. It's not his legs, Pat. That's the difference. RG had one of the most phenomenal arms. Keep it 100. Nobody threw a bomb better than him, other than not named Vic and Mahomes. Keep it 100. Look at those old Eagle games when those old Cowboy games when him and Deshaun, he was firing, and Garcon firing them 60 yards. We haven't seen that. When's the last time we saw a 60-yard bomb?
Wait,
please.
Well, okay. What's the one thing? What's the biggest play you remember RG3?
Biggest play. The biggest play was him beating Dallas. But the biggest
play. What's the biggest play?
Biggest play was the playoff game when they were up 14-0 before his leg broke, and we were about to win that game against Seattle. Facts. That's his biggest.
No, that's not true. It's Minnesota, where he runs 76 yards.
Man, we knew he could do that. We saw him in college do that.
Exactly. That's what got him drafted.
No, the pass in the Saints. The first pass of the season, I think, was
the 10-yard pass to Pierre Garcon where he ran 70 yards down the field. Come on, now,
the game in general, but that was the first play of the game, wasn't it? Or the second play?
Yes.
The point is that's when you saw him take that team and you were like, oh, snap, we're about to be something.
Yeah.
And then my point is since then, the second year, you asked what happened with RG. They mismanaged him because, one, they shouldn't have rushed him back. And the only reason he rushed back is because he's got a dude named Cut Cousins behind him who knows the system and looks pretty good. He's putting up numbers. He was winning a game or two while you were out. So now you got to really get back on the field because your job is at stake, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He lost his job to cut Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah. Brother, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one. We're gonna agree to disagree on that.
You think athletically and in the system that cut was better than RG based on what they did? One season
athletically, if we're talking about athletically, RG3 wins overall. But RG3 was what got him drafted is he had track speed and could throw the ball.
What got him drafted was he was a Heisman Trophy winner.
His ability, I mean, well, if you think
Heisman,
about it, hold on. Heisman Trophy winner. You remember Ron Dane, who was a Heisman Trophy winner? He was running back, but you remember him?
Yes.
He didn't get drafted high. So his ability, his legs got him the Heisman Trophy award. That's what got him. RG3. RG3.
No. Check his stat. Look it up. You right there. Look him up, Pat. You're right there. Okay. Look it up real quick. Look him up real quick. Just real quick. Because and while you're looking that up, if you look at his rookie season, he threw under 10 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins never did that, buddy.
He threw under 10 touchdowns. His record.
I mean, under 10 interceptions. Excuse me, under 10 interceptions.
Yeah, he threw five interceptions. Yeah.
Cousins never came close to that number, even though they were, obviously similar, different players. I'm saying he never came close to those types of numbers.
Okay, let's see what we looking at.
He threw for more yards, yes. Yeah. He definitely threw for more yards. But you need to check RG's stats. Well, that's why he was here. It wasn't his legs. It was that arm. His legs is nice, but the arm.
He has 700 yards on the ground, 10 touchdowns. He did throw 4,200 yards.
Thank you, sir.
37 and 6 on that.
Yes.
And and he didn't have a playbook in college either.
And if you look at the throws, they were bombs. I'm talking about 60 in the air and then another 20 to go. Those type joints. So my point is we haven't had big play since RG. Yeah. And so there's no point in really trying to bring anybody in here who can't facilitate that.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right.
What do you think? What are you looking at? Come on.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, it wasn't this.
You think his legs got him here with 10 touchdowns and 700 yards?
Yeah, I think his legs got him.
That's what got him the Heisman?
No, his legs got him. His legs got him here. That's what people remember him. We don't remember. We remember one pass from him. We may remember, people remember that, but anytime you see RG3, it's a game against Minnesota, the run against Minnesota to lock that game.
Yeah, that was big time. But if you know the team before then, and you really, that obviously that was going to happen. I mean, that was bound to happen. I mean, he had a couple of other big runs until Weston hit him and stopped him. Yep. Remember Haloti Noda from the Baltimore Ravens? That's why he stopped running. Curled him up.
Yeah,
I can curse on him, right? Curled his ass up. So that's why he stopped running. But my point is he was mismanaged because he tried to come back too fast and ended up being exposed. Now, to your credit, now one of his best attributes is taken away. I don't think it was his best. I think his arm is his best because it's not his mind. It's not the fact that he can read defenses. That wasn't it. So my point is his arm, then his legs, then his mind. Mm-hmm. So once his legs went, he's gone. And now you're looking at trying to bring Dak in, who just lost another step. Bro. You can't do that to us. Not Dak. Not at that price point. You bring him in at 30, 35, and tell him we'll give you 6 years. I can see something like that.
I give him 40. Give him 40.
I just cannot see giving him Russell. You heard he wanted Pat Mahomes money?
Yep. Yeah.
Slim as one.
And you know how rumors are. He wanted under that, but King, I'm gonna this is a great conversation. This is a great conversation. Sure. Come back anytime. Right, I appreciate you. Okay.
Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
You too, brother. Thank you. All right. Okay, here. Fire, hot fire. Now, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. There's a lot of disagreements right there, but that's what we talk about. We have that. I'm not buying what he's selling. Legs are his best. I know, Kenny. Why don't you come on here, man? Talk to me for a little bit. Lamar Jackson can't read playbooks nor defense. What are you talking about? He can't read. Damien, what are you talking about? Well, it's Damien for y'all. Now, Corey, I'm not buying what he's saying. I hear you. I hear y'all. Yeah, it's like I said, we can agree to disagree on that one. Like I said, I think RG3, well, he was a good passer in the one read offense at Baylor. They didn't have a playbook. I think we remember him for his legs. We do. You got the kids play. Okay. If anybody else wants to come on down, let me know. You're more than welcome to. Johnny Manziel got drafted. Oh, gosh. But y'all, let me go in here. Let me get y'all's comments here. Corey ain't trying to get hit with the facts by a Jets fan. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I don't know what a Jets fan can tell me about anything. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. What's up, Franklin? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. That's like having an arsonist teaching me how to put out a fire. Yeah. How about this? Go support your owner. Go get you some Johnson & Johnson tissues or something like that and cry about how y'all going to ruin Zach Wilson's life. And then you can talk about when the last time they don't know. Somebody, hey, fake boys, we don't care about no trolls, y'all. I told y'all before, it don't really matter to me. If somebody come in and troll, that mean they ain't got nothing else better to do. That mean they ain't got nothing else better to do. But yeah, y'all. If y'all got any questions, I'm about to put here saying, all right, Washington go 1-15 next year. Who's your quarterback? Don't matter. Huh? What did I say? I said y'all gonna ruin Zach Wilson. Did I say that wrong? Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all ruin Robert Saleh or whatever. It's kind of funny that like y'all's best quarterback is Joe Namath, and the man threw more interceptions and touchdowns, and he's so heralded. Or Chad Pennington. What about Chad Pennington? Curtis Martin. We probably took one of your best wide receivers of all time, Santana Moss. RG3. What? Boy, come on now. Thank you, Chris. Ha! Thank you. They had my cousin. Oh, God, they had my cousin. I forgot about that. And then they had Rex Grossman. Not Rex Grossman. They had Rex Ryan have a tattoo of Mark Sanchez. Y'all remember that? Gave back. Yeah, we gave back Lavernia Skulls. Thank you. What are y'all talking about? What is Wayne Crabett? Not use him in your game, though. What game are you talking about? I'm not. Corey is going to say yes. What'd you talk about, Chris? What'd you say? Repeat that for me. Let's see. I got some questions here. Gave Laverne Cole. Patrick Peterson in free agency, yay or nay? I think he's worth looking at. I would like to bring back Darby, but I don't know if he's one flash in the pan or whatnot. But 10 more minutes. I'm gonna stay out here for 2 hours. Okay? If y'all want to come on and talk the last couple of minutes with me, you're more than welcome to. I pinned the conversation. Shout out to King Scorch and Awesomeness, Big Simple. Derek, you were on here too, brother. I appreciate you coming on here, chit-chatting, talking to me. Who else did I have on here that was live? I had to go back and look if I'm forgetting. Nati, Pedro, thank y'all for coming on here and opening it up with me. Jay, appreciate it. B Nizzle, where you at? You're a little glitchy. I think that's your Chicago internet, Damien. The gray is gas. Split Zizzery. I've been watching football for 2 years, and I know what I'm talking about. Oh, it shows. I can tell you've watched football for 2 years. Yeah, it does. It does. I can tell. I really can tell that. Y'all know I ain't late to get y'all's blood pressure. Blood pressure pulled up about that. Mitch Trubisky, the best quarterback, steroids. Gas. Mitch Trubisky, best QB in the NFL. Nah. Panda. Yeah. So Dak. Yeah, let's talk back here real quick because I know this will get Chris gaslighted. So tell that child to go to bed. That's why you're fat. I know. Your 2-year knowledge of football is the reason why I love the finer things in life, like cheeseburgers, hot dogs, like beer. Beer's pretty good. Yeah. Beer, pizza's good. Tacos. Yeah. That's cute. Yeah, he is. Derek, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. Aside from QBs, what other free agents do you see coming to Washington football fulfilling need? I think we need another tight end. I like that Jonnu Smith. Check out Manny, who was on here a couple weeks ago. He had a nice little thing on that. On Jonnu Smith. I like Curtis Samuel too, because I think you can do so much with him. And we saw that you can line him up in the slot, end arounds. And I like him. I like Curtis Samuel. I'd like to bring him here. Defensively wise, I think we need to take care of our own. I think you got to take care of Darby if you can. I think that's really all the free agents I have in mind. I think we need to pick up 3 guys. And if we get a quarterback, go ahead and get him. Oh my God. My cat's snoring. I was like, what in the world? Yeah, Big Simple. Well, hey man, you'd have made somebody mad if you got Big Simple calling trash. Big Simple was on here too. Shout out to him. I appreciate him coming on here and talking to me. D'Eriq King. Okay. He's pretty good. He's pretty good down there in Miami. I liked him. I've seen him a couple of times. Congrats on getting another cat. Corey Glaz's not evil. Yeah, if he wasn't asleep, I'd bring him over here, but I'm not trying to wake him up. Do you buy into the Chris Sims, Kellen Mond hype? I like Kellen Mond. Okay. I like Kellen Mond. I thought that he was thought he was a pretty good core. I thought he did well at the Senior Bowl. I don't know if he should be as hyped as Chris Sims has made him, but I think he can do some good things in the right system. At John. Hold on real quick, John. I gotta educate you real quick here, brother. Here we go. Boom. There you go. There we go. Boy, I'm 12. And I can tell you got Joe. No one is saying Dak is Mahomes. Yeah, we know he's not Mahomes. I don't think he's Mahomes. I think he's worth Mahomes. Yeah, I don't think it. Huh. Oh, no, I wouldn't. I don't think he's worth any Mahomes money. I don't really think so. Yeah. But y'all, I've got a live plan. I'm thinking about doing a live here either Monday or Wednesday. We're going to talk about the coaching staff, working out the guest there. Working out the guests to come up here and talk about it. It'll be a couple of our folks from YouTube. And don't forget to check out my most recent interview. I did it with the HTWR podcast. Go check out Maddie and Freddie. They were a fun time. They had some great knowledge, great fans. They were nominated for the Burgundy and Gold Awards, which was like for the best fan podcast. Actually, we had two of them on here because Big Doug McCrae, who was our very first podcast guest, was nominated as well. So y'all go make sure y'all check them out. They're both on. They're both here on YouTube. Big Doug McCrae. He actually just did an interview with Clinton Yates of ESPN. Go check him out. Chris and Yuki are going at it. That's beautiful. John, that's why your team sucks, dummy. Huh? That poor dummy. We'll be winning these words. Our channel. Hey, thank you, G Ruthless Sports. Appreciate you. Hey, man, congratulations on 1,000. Congratulations, you just got to 1,000, CG. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I think you're over 1,000. Man. Where are you at now? Let me know, man. Because I know you've been on there. He talks about the 49ers and stuff, so go check him out. Heavy Chevy, what's up, man? What you thinking? What you think about Alex Smith? I know you was ready to get rid of him, probably. Yeah, congratulations. Yep, I checked him out. But yeah, thank you for sharing me out on your community tab. And like I said, thank y'all for coming here. I'm about to wrap this thing up. I appreciate it. Bye bye, old man. Heavy Chevy, he always keeps it honest. We signed Ron Rivera 2 years ago. That was fast. 2 years ago. Not split. Follow my brother Quan at Juan Gotti Sports. Yeah, Juan Gotti, he's a friend of the channel. So I don't know what you're tripping for. He tried that SOB storage. Yes, I know. What'd you think about that, Heavy Chevy, when he made that did you watch the video? That's what got me, brother. Hey, appreciate that, Lamarck. I appreciate that. Lamarck, where you been at, brother? Where you been at, man? I ain't seen you in the comments. Well, I haven't been live in, God, a month. So I've been trying to do the video thing lately. Hope y'all, like I said, I hope y'all like those videos. You live with Quan. I don't know Quan. I know Juan, but I don't know Quan. He was asking to get killed out there, can't protect himself. It's true. You're right, Chevy. You're right, man. Hey, you bring the hey, Heavy Chevy, I'll ask you this question. Brother. Oh God. Since we talked about this earlier and everybody was like, get him off of there. King Shorts brought up a best friend. What is the one thing you remember about? What's the biggest play you remember from RG3? The one single solitary play. Man, I've been working hard and watching your video. You better, man. You better. He can confirm. Text him. Okay. Cool, man. Corey, you out here, bro. It's really awesome to see the continue girl. Keep it up. Man, it's y'all. It's y'all. Y'all do this, man. I like I said, I'm humbled. I really am. I don't think that thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you, Chevy. That's what we've been trying to say. That's what we have been trying to say. Oh, yeah, I remember when Chris Cook played for the Vikings. Asking how to get the general insurance. What's up, Ivo? I know where you live, Corey. Okay. Everybody knows I live in Virginia. Got me watching information on the opponents when Shanahan put him at receiver. Ivo in the house. Should we pick up Thielen? I don't know, man. Is he free agent? Is Adam Thielen free agent? Saints game in 80 yards. Okay. Like I said, I think he's more popular. He was known more for his legs than anything. So, yeah. But, hey, man, we hit the 2-hour mark. I didn't think that we were going to hit that, but we did. It's 7:30 on the East Coast. Legs. Them legs. That's right, Kenny. That's right. Shout out to Kenny Man Fitness. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. Check him out. Check out Kenny Man. Because he's always cooking people. He's a baller. What's up, Ali? How you doing? Probably okay. How you been? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm doing good. He shows track speed. Like I say, he was a track star playing football. I thought he was a track athlete playing quarterback. I'm good, man. How are you? I can't complain, brother. I cannot complain. I'm living life. I am living life. Loving it. Loving every moment of it. Let's see here. Did I get everybody's comments? Yep. I think I did. Okay. So yeah, I was on Facebook here today, and we were on YouTube as well. So I appreciate all y'all coming through. Shout out to Alex Smith for all that he did, but definitely was time to move on. You should do a collab with Pro. I'm gonna try to do some more collabs with folks like ProTech and Ed and all those other guys. And yeah, I'm starting to branch out a little bit more. You got to that's what I'm doing as far as like, you know, these interviews and reaching out to people in the media. And that's been fun. It's been thrilling. I will tell y'all a little bit of a funny story about the Doc Walker interview. I've only said that to maybe a few folks, but I was nervous, man. I was nervous as all get out talking to Doc Walker. You talking to a Super Bowl champion. Now I work with a Super Bowl champion, a 2-time Super Bowl champion. And what's up, Arthur? I'm getting ready to wrap it up, man. But we were talking about Alex Smith and everything. Are you Mark Sanchez? No, man, he's my uncle. Snyder's going to sell. Shh. I hope so, man. I hope so. Corey, you should have collabed with other teams like Panda, Ivo, your dad-in-law. That could be that might be something on the way too, Yuki. I don't know. I'm trying to keep it fresh, man, because it can only just be me up here talking for so long. So, but we do a lot of commercials. That's the key thing. Like everybody on the radio, if you talk video, talk circles around me, man. I can't do that. I can't talk. All I know is Madden and like Spider-Man. So, and I haven't even played the second one yet. Yeah. The lady he hired drops bombs, says, you need to sell the team play. We talked about that. We talked about that earlier, Heavy Chevy. And can you get them out of the South? Oh, Franklin. Hey man, that's big time. Fred Smoot, that's big time, brother. That's big time. I don't know. I gotta wait a little bit longer for that one. Am I lagging again? Am I lagging? I'm sorry if I am. Hey man, I can always try. I can always try and do that. That would be fun. Yeah. See, but the thing with that, we talked about that Dan Snyder report that the Junkies came out with, and EB talking about that. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure about the validity of that. Now, that could be in the report because there were some media folks that brought up the point that, that he had mentioned that they weren't supposed to recommend anything. They were just supposed to talk about their findings. Huh. So that's the thing right there. I don't know if the recommendation is true. They had obtained the 130-page document. And y'all got to think, this is in DC too. And Beth Wilkinson's right there. Her husband worked at NBC for a number of years, and she probably put that there as a side note. You crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I am not hyping myself up to believe that Dan Snyder's going to trade this team. I just can't do it. I can't do it, man. I won't do it. I think we will, and I told y'all this in the community tab earlier, that I have more confidence that they'll get suspended, that he'll get suspended before he's forced to sell. And at the end of the day, that's not going to do anything. And y'all got to think about it. Dan Snyder's one of the youngest owners in the NFL, and he's got all these skeletons out in the clock. Corey should end your channel. Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No fake boys? But Dan, that'll be earth shattering. They got all these skeletons in their closet, and these are some old, powerful dudes, man. No. Yeah, mods. Let's see here. Hey, Derek, you can do it yourself now, man. Oh. Corey, you should end your life. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, man. Hey, you good. You good. Yeah, I'm getting ready to end it up. Red Wolves, the new name. I hope so, awesomeness. That'd be awesome. But y'all, I am getting ready to get up out of here. I've rambled. No, we're not blocking you, Dan. You didn't say anything wrong. You haven't said anything wrong. I know what Derek's alluding to. Oh no, Derek, not no fake boys. You didn't have to remove him. Thanks, Damien. Appreciate you, Damien. All right, y'all. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna get me some dinner. I appreciate y'all, everything you've done for the channel. Keep on letting us grow. Link up with All Hail Chevy on PSP. Man, okay, check them out. You can check me out. Hey, y'all can check me out on PlayStation whenever I'm on there at Sanchez 405. But I love you guys. Love, peace, and hail. I miss a great show. Hey, appreciate you, Franklin, as well. Y'all be good. Love, peace, and hell. I'll be talking to y'all real soon. Sanchez 405, y'all. I'm out.